Hello, I'm BMillzebub, and welcome to my channel. Before I get into the video, I need to thank vegan trucker Sue Schindler for the sound-absorbent foam from my Amazon wishlist. I need to get some backing to put these on, so, I just don't want to put them directly on the wall as I will be moving someday, and I want to be able to take them with me. So, they're not going up today, but soon. And thanks again to vegan trucker Sue Schindler for the panels. Alright, so before I get into the main topic of the video, I wanted to talk about something that happened over the weekend that I thought was kind of funny. So, I think it was Friday, my sister was at work, and someone told her that NASA was an anagram for Satan. I'm not sure how or why that would come up, but come on. NASA is not an anagram for Satan. But that's enough stalling for time. The real topic for the day is atheist activism and why I'm an atheist activist. I think Theodore Roosevelt said it best when he said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood." Obvious issue of assuming a woman can't be or isn't a doer. I guess you could consider me to be a critic with the form of activism I use on here, but I think you'd be wrong. I very publicly put myself out there for commentary and response from others. I'm actively taking steps to normalize how atheists are seen in a world where 13 countries have the death penalty for not believing in a God. All of which are places I think it's safe to say that I'm not about to be going to anytime soon, at least not while they'll see it as legally justifiable to put a bullet in my brain for not buying into the God nonsense. But setting aside the fact that I'm not likely to be murdered by the American government for being an atheist, since, that's pretty unlikely, America is still pretty fucked up when it comes to how atheists are treated. There are states and counties that have laws on the books throughout the country that say me and people like me can't run for public office as an atheist. Unconstitutional as those may be, and they definitely are. Or the fact that I have to be not so open about my disbelief in God, lest I be let go from any job I may hold, or risk being socially ostracized for not buying into the nonsense idea that there's an all-powerful, all-loving, and all-benevolent God, never mind the contradictory nature of such a thing. By comparison to many places in the world, atheists in America have it pretty good. But pretty good still isn't equality, and that's what I'm fighting for on here. I want our policymakers to stop putting forward blatantly religious legislation. I don't care so much if policymakers are themselves religious, but they need to know their religion has no place in policy and keep it to themselves. It's not all political either. I'd like to get everyday people who believe that atheists are bad people either because they've been lied to by a religious teacher or had a few bad experiences. Saying something like all atheists are bad people is equally as nonsensical as saying all Christians, Jews, gays, trans people, or whatever other group of people are bad based on one immutable characteristic. Now, technically, religion isn't immutable, and I'm kind of living proof of that, because you can change religions or stop believing in it altogether, but my point remains the same. Someone isn't a bad person because they're a Christian as much as someone isn't a bad person because they're an atheist. It's your actions and the way you treat others that go the longest way to determining whether someone's a bad person or not their beliefs. Sure, it may seem like I do a bad job at helping normalize atheism because I can go after religion pretty hard, and the Catholic Church in particular. Here's the problem I see with saying that I do a bad job, though. I really only go after religion in a kind of self defensive way. Every time I've publicly said something negative about a religion or religious person, it's because they've said or done something or hold some internal policy against a group I give my time and platform to protect. And long term viewers of my channel will be able to name off some of those groups. And if I weren't actively trying to normalize atheists as people, would I bother myself with interviewing them? I've got an entire series dedicated to interviews I have with other atheists on my channel, which you should definitely check out, by the way. I've interviewed some really awesome people, and you'll find a link to the playlist in the description below. And I can't really think of a better way to help normalize atheists than to talk to them. And another great channel for interviewing atheists to check out is Neil the 604 Atheist. He's an awesome dude, and we've interviewed each other on our own channels, and you'll also be able to find a link to his channel in the description as well. But that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. If you feel so inclined, you can help me out on Patreon, where I have monthly patron-only live streams, and it also helps to get me better internet so I can start streaming on Twitch as well. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, linked below, to keep up with all my comings and goings, and join my Discord for a chance to talk to yours truly. Take it easy, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one.